Hey, what's up? Oh. I know I was gone. Look, I'm sorry. Alright? I'm back though. I promise you. I promise there's gonna be a video tomorrow. I promise. Anyway, this is gonna be a bit of a different video. I was in work today, right? And I was serving some lady. She must have got about €500 worth of fucking lotto tickets. And I was just thinking to myself, what is the best bad addiction that you can have? Because obviously they have to, obviously some are worse than the others, some are better than the others. So I decided to make a tier list. Let's just fucking jump right in. So this is our tier list. This is my first time doing it, so I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Up at the very top, we have daily dose. We need to have that shit every single day in order to survive, you know what I'm saying? Underneath that, we have the best. The best of the best. Obviously underneath the daily dose, but the best of addictions. Now, below that, we have average bloke, which is, it's a fairly common addiction, nothing too crazy. Underneath that, we have nah. Just nah. And underneath nah, we have the pit. So yeah, let's just start this off. First up, we have caffeine.
MILF is, yes, that's on the box. MILFs dig it, and you will too. This is not a Christian company at all.
If you're anything like me, I fucking live off of caffeine. I drink about 2 or 3 Monsters every single day. Have one in the morning, have one in midday, and one before I go to bed. Why? I don't know. It's bad for me, I know. It's an addiction. It is. Now, I think that there are so many people out there that drink energy drinks or coffee to get their caffeine every day, that it is an addiction, but it isn't considered one. It is an addiction, but people don't really care about it. So, in that case, I'm gonna put it into daily dose. We need that shit every single day. I mean, caffeine is what keeps me going, Next up, we have eating. No, fuck. I used to be a chubby fucking child when I was growing up, man. I used to be eating all types of fucking shit. I used to eat pizza every single day, man, or Mackey's. I live 1 minute away from Mackey's. I used to eat McDonald's every single fucking day. I look like fucking Humpty Dumpty, man. I used to have a bald head as well. Holy shit, man. No wonder I got made fun of. Eating, I mean, it's some people call it a disorder. I just call it fucking being lazy. We're gonna put eating disorder as an average bloke, right? I feel like the average bloke really does enjoy, just a fucking fat burger. Now look, I live in Ireland and we have one of the highest obesity rates in the world. So I think it's only fitting that I put it is in average bloke, because the average bloke. Next up. Nicotine. I've been addicted to nicotine for the past fucking 4 years of my life, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there has been like a consecutive week in the last 4 years of my life where I have not had nicotine in my body. It all started off with vapes, and now I'm on the snusses because I'm trying to cut down on the vapes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do smoke. A lot of people do get their nicotine. You know what I'm saying? Shit, even fucking children nowadays be puffing on those vapes, man. I already forgot what I'm fucking ranking this on. Like, is it good for you? Should you do it or should you not? I'm just gonna put nicotine in daily dose. No, do you know what? I'm gonna put nicotine in best, because it does have side effects. Nicotine does have bad side effects to you. Or is it? Does nicotine? I'm gonna put nicotine at best. Daily dose, fuck, man. No, do you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at best. I'm gonna leave it at best. It's a good addiction. It's one of the old school addictions, smoking. Obviously it's been replaced and changed over the years, but smoking at its core, nicotine. Next up, we have the S word. The diddy addiction. The diddle daddle do addiction. I'm gonna put the diddle daddle doodle do addiction on do you know what? Best. I'ma put the diddle daddle do at best. You know why? Because one could only fucking dream of getting that much action every single day, man. Getting that much action that you're addicted to that shit. Yeah, fuck. I mean, one could dream. So I'ma leave the diddle daddle do addiction at best. Next up, one that a lot of you have been waiting for. Alcohol. Honestly, personally, I think I'm a peak alcoholic. I'm Polish and I grew up in Ireland. That's like two alcoholic countries coming together and fucking and then making a fucking alcoholic child. I'm the result of that. Fuck, man. Alcohol, man. I feel like alcohol is just normal. You know what I'm saying? So I could put it in average bloke. But then again, whenever I have a sip of alcohol, I instantly want to get behind the wheel of a car and operate heavy machinery, which I think it would make it more fun. I feel like alcohol makes a lot of things more fun. Maybe, do we put it at daily dose? I'm gonna put alcohol at daily dose. Daily dose of fucking alcohol. If you take a sip of whiskey every morning that you wake up, it's gonna put you instantly in a good mood. Trust me. I've been there. I've tried it. Just do it, man. Now, next up, as you can see, we have a PlayStation logo. Now, by the PlayStation logo, I mean all types of electronics. I don't just mean the PlayStation. I don't just mean gaming. I mean just a general electronics addiction, like social media, just being on your fucking phone, doom scrolling, or you know, gaming all the time. Because gaming, I mean, who the fuck does not enjoy a bit of fucking Call of Duty with the boys? But then again, if we're adding like all of the electronics and social media into the equation and just like, you know, using electronics as an addiction and constantly being on them, I'ma have to put it at nah. Look, I feel like when we're teenagers, when we're young, you know, and we don't have much to do other than going to school, then, you know, gaming with the boys, it's peak. It's peak. But once you start getting older, you know, like me, you start realizing that you have a lot more shit to do, and every day just something fucking comes up that you have to get done, and there really isn't much time for gaming, you know. And if you're constantly gaming while having all this shit to do, or constantly on your phone or browsing social media and all that crack, you know, and not spending time with yourself, I feel like that's kind of, yeah, fucking led nowhere. Anyway, next one, the hub. Now you might be wondering, why did I segregate the diddle daddle do addiction and the hub addiction? Well, I know that some of y'all motherfuckers be beating your meat all the time and not getting your meat beat. So I had to separate these, alright? Because these are two different types of people. To all you fucking gooners out there that are constantly on the hub, I'ma put you in the pit. You are in the fucking trenches, brother. You are in the deep. Next up on the agenda, cannabis. I feel like, do you know what? I feel like with cannabis, I don't see it as a necessarily bad drug. It, you know, to me personally, I don't feel like the devil's lettuce is a bad thing, you know, as people make it out to be. I think that it definitely should be legal. But I feel like there's two different types of people on how it affects them. You know, some people can genuinely like become better at the things that they're doing, and then there's other people that just become very fucking lazy. So cannabis is a bit, you know, it depends. It really depends. Ooh, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put weed. I'm gonna put weed right next to eating. You know, weed and eating, they kind of go together. You know, when you smoke, you get the munchies, and you're eating. So they're kind of fucking conjointed. Next up, haha, one of my favorites, gambling. Now, I think gambling is honestly one of the better addictions from all of these. Why? Because you can win your money back. And it's not gambling if you know you're gonna win. So, honestly, I feel like gambling, it has to go into daily dose. I mean, we have to fucking, like, put a little bet on us men, even if it's something small. Even if it's to prove a point. We just have to make at least one little bet a day. So, our last thing on the tier list here is hardcore drugs. So I'm talking about the cocaines, the heroines, you know what I'm saying, yeah, all the other ones are good for you. It's only them two you don't do. I think I'm gonna put hardcore drugs in the pit. You know, you should probably stay off them. There's better addictions out there that don't fucking ruin your life instantly. Now that I look at this tier list, I realize that every kind of category has like something in common. I mean, you're just a fucking gooner if you have a hub in hardcore drug addiction. If you have a social media addiction, you're just kind of fucking, you know, weird. When you smoke, you want to eat. So they kind of go together. Vaping and diddle daddle doing, I mean, you're kind of sucking on stuff, aren't you? So hey, there's my point proven. And then, in the daily dose, you know, what goes great with alcohol? Having vodka and Monster. And then gambling. Come on, fam. Tell me I'm not a genius. But anyway, I know this is a different type of video. Truthfully, I did not know what to upload today. And I don't know what I'm going to upload tomorrow. But I'm going to upload something. So yeah. I'll chat to you later. Good luck.